All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your libations and your situation straight, because January 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the 7th Democratic primary debate will be hosted by CNN. Are you ready? Here goes a little information and background on tomorrow's Democratic debate.
The 2020 race for president, with the new poll indicating Senator Bernie Sanders may be surging in that crowded Democratic Iowa field. That caucus closing in just 23 days away. Take a look. Sanders with 20% among likely Democratic caucus goers, followed by Senator Elizabeth Warren, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, and former Vice President Joe Biden. The top four candidates, though, clustered in a near tie. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott with the latest on the very tight race in Iowa.
In Iowa tonight, the crowd on its feet for Senator Bernie Sanders, surging in that new poll, hoping to do what he couldn't in 2016, come out on top in the caucuses.
I'm asking for your support to help me win the Democratic nomination.
Just 23 days out from the first contest, the race for Iowa locked in a dead heat. 20% of likely Democratic caucus goers say the Vermont senator is their pick. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, and former Vice President Joe Biden right in it too. In every Des Moines Register poll this cycle, there's been a different frontrunner. Buttigieg down 9 points since November. Sanders boosted by his loyal supporters, building on his base from 2016.
I want him to get back in there, and I'm hoping this time we can swing it back.
It's still anyone's contest to win. 45% of caucus goers say they can be persuaded to support another candidate. While his competitors are barnstorming the early states, former Mayor Michael Bloomberg is skipping Iowa entirely, zeroing in on his Super Tuesday strategy. The billionaire campaigning in Texas today with TV's Judge Judy.
Judge, I am so honored to have you here. I'd love to tell you that I watch you all day, every day, but I have a few other things to do.
But his plans to self-fund his own campaign with those record ad buys disqualify him from making the debate stage, leaving room for the other candidates to make their pitch directly to voters.
Ads don't vote, and not even $10 million Super Bowl ads vote. People vote.
All right, Rachel Scott joins us now live from Newton, Iowa. And Rachel, you just mentioned the debate there in your report. It's just days away. It's the final debate before the Iowa caucus, and it's the smallest stage yet.
Exactly, Tom. 13 candidates are still in this race. Only 6, though, have qualified for that next debate. Bloomberg will not be there, but the other billionaire in the race, Tom Steyer, made the cut at the very last minute, and sharing center stage that night will be former Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Bernie Sanders.
All right. So there you have it, folks. We are looking at this debate tomorrow. It's going to be a 2-hour debate. It's hosted by CNN. I want you to tune in. We're going to do an after show. As customarily, that's what we do. We do an after show. I come on live and I give you the rundown of the debates. I do a live tweet storm throughout the debates if you're into Twitter. In fact, guys, it's very entertaining. I suggest you get an account. It's free. Go to twitter.com and follow me at Real Tim Black. That's Real Tim Black. Now, former Vice President Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Amy Klobuchar, activist Tom Steyer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it, right? Yeah, that's it. No one else qualified for the debates. Andrew Yang and his people were sort of saying, well, you know what? Screw these debates. We're gonna do well without them. We're gonna keep on going without them because, as we know, Andrew Yang has had the ability to raise a lot of money to make him in contention. So he's been able to compete monetarily with the big dogs. So that's probably what's factoring into him staying in the race, is just the sheer amount of cash on hand that Andrew Yang has been able to raise. And it's kind of interesting that you have a candidate who's talking about giving people $1,000 a month and able to raise more money than most other candidates in the race. I thought you guys needed $1,000 a month. Who's giving Yang all these Yang bucks? Where's all the dough coming from? I thought you guys needed money. Maybe I've misjudged the Yang gang. Maybe I need to Yang it up. Joking. I don't know if people understand how invested people have to be to caucus. Like if you live in a state like I do, I live in Maryland. I just go to the school, elementary school, and cast my little vote. It's no line, really. I've never had to stand outside more than 3 minutes. You know, it's really convenient. It's easy. It's not the case everywhere you go in America. Now, some places it's a little different. Some people have long-ass lines they have to stand in. Lines that wrap around and go down the block. And people, people in the elements. But then you also had this thing called caucuses where people had to, partition out a good portion of their day in order to vote to exercise their democracy, okay? So I just want to stress to you that caucus goers care. They're the part of the electorate that actually cares about voting a lot, more than just to get that little sticker, right? So what I'm also pointing out is that the enthusiasm level matters in caucuses. And as they pointed out in the video, 45% of the people polled in Iowa said they could be persuaded to change their mind. Interesting stuff, right? Wow. So that means it's not over till it's over. And though it's close, it's really close, it could go either way. But I got my money on Bernie Sanders pulling it out in Iowa for a number of reasons. We've got a couple of clips that speak to that fact of the enthusiasm level being one reason and the other being the sheer expanse of his ground game. Because getting those folks out and organizing your caucus is fundamental. Also on this segment, they talked about Michael Bloomberg a lot. Yeah, I'm convinced that there are people who are holding their fire on Michael Bloomberg. I mean, Michael Bloomberg should not be given any justice or any room, any breathing room whatsoever. The guy's policies, the stop and frisk policies, unconstitutional. He brought himself a third term in New York. I don't know what people like about the guy, other than he's loaded. And I guess that's enough. A lot of the so-called journalists in the cable news media, I think they're wondering, well, maybe one day I'll need a job, and if I talk badly about Michael Bloomberg, I won't be able to get that job. Yeah, I think that's what's going on, because I think there would be a lot more outrage about Michael Bloomberg if he was not Michael Bloomberg. What I'm trying to tell you is Michael Bloomberg has money. He's throwing around his weight. The guy is a spoiler all the way around. That's one thing you could pull from this. He's not even running in Iowa and New Hampshire and Nevada and South Carolina. He's waiting for Super Tuesday so he can come in like a Moab and blow up the election. Does that sound like somebody who's a honest actor? I don't think it does, Johnson. I think it sounds like a creep. Michael Bloomberg means us no well or no good. And him having Judy Sheinland proves one thing. They're both walking dead. Yeah, Judy Sheinland and Michael Bloomberg, they're both cadavers. They're both zombies, obviously. Someone taught them how to talk, though, and they're talking. Both of them are loaded. Judy Sheinland, Judge Judy with her $500 million, acting like she cared about real people problems. Yeah, I was upset about what's happening in this country where you can't go to a dinner party without someone being disinvited because they voted for Trump. What's so wrong with Trump? Trump is only succeeded by my good friend Michael Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg is an excellent humanitarian. He's a great man. He has no policies whatsoever that I can speak to because I didn't read any of them, stupid. But he's really great because he's a self-made man. You know, this garbage. If I ever watch another Judge Judy episode, I'm gonna kick my own ass. All right? All right, guys. So remember, tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There you go, CNN. It's available online. Don't pay to watch this. Go to YouTube. CNN has a channel that should be showing there, or you can go to CNN.com, okay? And for the play-by-play, catch us on Twitter. And for a great post-op, a great deciphering of what happened, come back here find me, Real Tim Black. We'll be talking about it right after. That's right after the debates are over. This is where I remind you that this show is brought to you by you. And if you haven't paid for the show yet, you need to pay for the show. I got to live indoors, and I got kids, man. So if you support independent media, show your love by becoming a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. Do that today. Do that now. Also, Super Chats are open. Go ahead and donate to Super Chat so we can get some comments going in there, and I will read your comments after the next segment. And I will see you back, or I will see you in another moment. By popular demand, Johnson is here. I have new Johnson designs in my shop. If you want to pick them up, check them out. They are hilarious, they are revolutionary, and they're all Johnson. You're going to love them, man. Check them out. Both parties suck, Johnson. It's one of my favorites. Independent media only, Johnson. Keep it real. We are all Johnson. We are. We're one big community, guys. Go check it out. Independent media only. Johnson's in the house. Both parties suck, Johnson. We are here. They got a special going on right now. Free shipping. Get it today. Wolfpack.